Hello and welcome to this week's weekly forecast. My name is Vicki and I'm the Travelling Tarot Teacher. Each week I like to do a little mini reading as a forecast for the week to give us guidance and just see what energy is surrounding us this week and what to look forward to and what lessons we're learning around this and what our soul journey is going to be about as well. I'm coming to you from South Australia, the lovely Normanville. There's a beach over there. I'm staying at the caravan park. It's a little bit chilly. I've got my scarf on and my flanny shirt on as well, so it's a touch chilly, but it is just the most stunning, beautiful park, and our neighbours are bunnies and magpies and galahs and all sorts of willy wagtails and so forth. It's just a lovely place to be in, so it's a perfect place to do the reading. And so we're going to begin by, I've shuffled the cards. We're going to choose 6 cards randomly from the deck. 1, 2, 3. This is the exciting part while you're watching me count out cards. 4, 5, 6. I hope you had a good week so far. This is a little bit late. That's just the travelling part of me that is getting, getting settled and getting in and getting this off to my people to get done. So we're going to start with the card of where we're at, what we know about ourselves and the energy that's working with us. And it's funny that the Seven of Pentacles is showing up here. The Seven of Pentacles is all about work, how you feel about work and where you're going. It's last night I did my live reading show on the Spiritual Events Directory page, and just about 90% of everyone wanted to know about their work situation. So there was something about the shift in work. It's funny that this card has turned up. Now, Seven of Pentacles energy requires that you recognize what you've got. Like, it's always, sevens are always about a choice. So you've recognized what you've got here, and there's something that you'd like to do that's over there, and you're thinking, I really would love to do that, but this is my bird in the hand, but I'm not really happy here, not really sure. And this is allowing you to make that choice. It's giving you some time out to think, what do I want to do? It's giving you those choices. At least you've got options and choices, which is really good for the 7. Now, our soul, our guide energy, our soul energy, that the universal force that's around us, that's helping us and helping us reach that inner wisdom, is the energy that's around us that's unseen, is this card here, the Ace of Swords. So she represents clear thinking and clear mind. So it's really interesting that the choices around about where to head, whether to stay, whether to go, it's not saying one or the other. All that is happening is that it's helping clear your mind around that decision about where to go. So she's helping say, well, I want to stay or I want to go. So there's not going to be any indecision about what direction to head in. So that's this card is here to help you make that decision. It's good, isn't it? That means that there's no ambiguity around where to head. Now, the vulnerability or the fear that sits with us at the moment is the Star card. So that means that we're feeling a little bit unsure, because you know what? Because this card has all choices around it, and it's like, I'd really love to do that. The Star card feels like that those choices are compromised. Like, I really want to do that, but my mind, my clarity, my clear mind is saying, it's time for me to stay here just for now. And so it feels like we're giving up on our dreams if we choose to stay in one spot. But that's not the case. Or if we step into something, we're worried about what the future's going to hold. It's what we're worried that, are we going to make, we're going to unleash all the bad things, because this one is the story of Pandora. What are we unleashing if we make that decision? That's always around any choice that we're making when we're changing our life position. Now, the next card that is what our action will be. So this is really interesting. The Wheel of Fortune has turned up in this position. So that tells me that the decision is out of our hands, that forward motion about stepping into something new is already in play. That means that the action we take is that we're going to go with it, because there's really nothing else we can do. I mean, you can fight it all you want, but that wheel is in motion. So that's why these choices are around right now, and that's why that clarity of thinking is sitting there, directing us and urging us forward and moving us forward, because simply that flow is already here, and we're just going to go with it. We will just be going with it. Now, the next card that's turning up is what our possible future is coming up for us. Oh, taking on way too much. Oh, okay. I want to tune into what that means. Okay, so initially, and this is why the star card is sitting here, because it's like, what are we letting ourselves in for? Initially, it's going to be a little bit of hard work, a little bit of overwhelm that we've taken too much on, and that's where she comes into play, because we know that something is going to be overwhelming. But this is, in some respects, this card is a wonderful card for that you get to experience all those things, and it's not too much on your shoulders. You get to work things out one by one by one. They might all land at once, but they're still able to be separated, and you don't always have to be overwhelmed by it. Everything is clear. Don't forget, it's all clear. All clear. The choice is there. The motion is already happening. This overwhelm, you'll be able to manage because it's already in motion. So it's not going to be a surprise. You haven't done anything wrong. So let's have a look. What's the spiritual meaning behind all this? Ooh. It's about feeling settled, content, and financially secure, so that we know our place in the world. Our soul is looking for stability, our place in the world, and somewhere where we belong. So the job that we have at the moment, the work that we're doing at the moment, it's either helping you belong, or it's moving you out into a place where you will feel that you belong. The Ace of Swords card is helping you clarify that, to make that decision about whether you stay or whether you go. It's really, everything is driven around wanting to feel safe and part of something that's bigger than you. You want your work and your job, or the thing that you do, to be like home and like family. So if your work doesn't feel like family at the moment, that's what your soul is driving you towards. Whether it's your business, whether it's your work, whether it's the study that you're doing, or you might be like me, traveling. Unless it feels like home, you're going to be moved forward, especially by the Wheel of Fortune, until you find your position that feels like home. You're being driven to a place, not forced, just gently driven to a place, flowing to a place where you finally feel like you're at home and contributing something. So I really like the feeling of that. Don't be put off by the Ten of Wands, because that's sort of putting me off a little bit. But that overwhelm means that when you land in that place of feeling at home, it's like all of a sudden all those responsibilities turn up at once, but you can handle it. It's going to help you feel useful and that you're contributing to something. Anyway, I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you so much for joining me. I will talk to you again next week for next week's weekly forecast, but this is for week commencing March 29th, which is today. Much love from me to you. Until next week, have a great day. Bye.